What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Toy Talk. I'm one of your co-hosts. My name is Toy Father. With me, as always, I got Cox Create. Oh,
Yeah.
man. You know what just happened? I just heard. And I'm going to have to probably change that right now, or else we're going to hear it all. Like, one of my fire alarms just went chirping. Meaning I need to change the freaking battery. So I may have to do that midstream, just to let you guys know. Got No Chew in here. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, guys?
Welcome back.
Thank you. Came back to the semi-warmer weather.
Warmer
than it was a couple days ago.
We got Toy Addict. How you doing, buddy?
Suzuki.
Hey, everyone. I watched Black Panther 2 finally.
I didn't like it.
Really?
Nope.
I liked it better than the first one.
And not for the reason babies are crying about it online either.
What
I haven't watched it yet. I just know Suzuki.
Okay, we can't. No spoilers.
We'll
talk about this.
I know who becomes Black Panther. I mean, I don't live under a rock, but
Sure.
What's up, Samurai Chris? What's up, Blitz? Welcome to the show,
Chris, and we got Blitz. How's it going, buddy? How you guys doing? Cox Create, what's going on, man?
Work.
Yeah.
I got a new toy that we're probably going to talk about.
Yeah. You got a lot of new toys?
Nope. That's the only one I got so far.
Selective this year.
The Venom SH Figure Arts movie.
Yep, I've only gotten because I didn't keep the Sentinel Peter B.
Did you sell that?
Already?
I did sell it. I was really impressed with that classic Mayfix Spidey. That I was like, this is perfect. Like, I don't really.
You don't need another.
I agree with you. I think the classic Spidey is a better Spider-Man of the two. That shoulder gap on Sentinel Peter B. I can't get over. It's like seeing the flaw every time I see the figure.
Oh no! So yeah, I sold that one. So I think with Venom, I've been keeping track of all the figures I bought, or that I have kept this year so far. So this one makes 6. I've only gotten 6.
6.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
I'm at 12.
Okay.
This is number 12, and he's beautiful.
Wait, hold on. Do I have to count? Do I have to count Mayfix Spider-Man since I didn't pay for it?
No.
A
gift
gift.
does not count.
Oh, okay, then 5.
Because the notion behind it is you're trying to control your purchasing, like your purchase decision.
Yeah. And then Wednesday, though, I got to pay for my Kakashi from Toyco, so that'll be another one.
Suzuki? Kakashi? What is Kakashi?
Kakashi's from Naruto.
Is Suzuki from Naruto?
Naratu?
Naruto? Oh, God, please no.
How do you pronounce the name? Is Kazai? What is it again?
Sasuke, you mean?
Yes, Suzuki. I really thought I knew Danny said it as a joke.
No,
but when I was saying it, yes, Sasuke.
No, I'm serious. I was trying to think of the name. I was like, wait, because I remember No Chewing on the episode said the correct pronunciation for it.
No. Someone else said it. I was with you. I was like, it looks like Suzuki.
What? Yeah, it does look like
Sasuke.
Sasuke.
I don't think we found him until after the show.
Kakashi just came in to Toyco, so I got to pay for that on Wednesday. And then I'll be caught up on all the Naruto figures they've released so far.
And you've kept all those, right?
Yeah, they're back
there somewhere.
That's what's funny. I was putting together this shelf, and at first I was telling my wife, I was like, I'm going to put all my expensive figures up here, and she's like, expensive, and she grabs one of my hero figures from McFarlane. She goes, but this looks better. Why are those expensive? I was
Touche.
Like, and this comes from somebody that doesn't know anything about toys. So
Touche.
What does that say?
She has a point. Solid point. Yeah. I agree.
She's not throwing in articulation, I guess, though.
McFarlane has stepped his game up.
I agree with you. I
can't say anything about it because
listen, I am not arguing that Dark Knight's line is it looks really good.
It does.
And tomorrow the classic Boy Wonder goes up on exclusive to the site.
Yes,
I'm buying.
I want the Bane Build-A-Figure out of the Nolan one.
Build a Bane.
Everyone
wants to build a Bane.
Yeah, everyone wants the Bane. That was smart to build the Bane.
Build a Bane.
I didn't realize it until today. I was like, oh my god, that's a Build-A-Figure. That's a full Build-A-Figure.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was a Build-A-Figure either.
But it will still cost you $100 for all 5. But it's fine, with the exception of Scarecrow.
I've always wanted a Scarecrow, but that Scarecrow does look a little weird.
Yeah,
that Scarecrow will go great next to your the Batman Riddler.
Two awesome villains from the movie.
Him and his putty knife.
What is that? What was that? Like a carpet scraper or something like that?
It's a carpet cleaner.
It's called a stair tool. They use it to tuck the carpet like under the baseboards and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So update on my figures. I have 11. I bought
only
some.
11?
We said gift cards, right? Gift cards don't count
as long as it covers the purchase.
Yep. So I bought a few. I bought like a few figures on gift cards, and I still have some more credit. So.
Yeah, but you can't go buy yourself gift cards to negate the fact that you
fair. I did not do that.
That's fair. That's a good loophole from Judge Create has said no gift card purchases.
I did not. They were gifted to me.
Okay.
And then I gave you 2 figures, and we said that counts as 1 figure given away.
Yeah, okay. No, that works.
So I'm down to I have 11 figures.
If I cancel pre-orders from last year, does that get me another spot?
No.
Yeah, right?
No.
But are you counting them already?
No, I'm not counting them.
52.
Then no.
52 is all you get for the year.
Then no, that's it.
I'm at 12. My 12 is pretty solid. I just shipped my my box of loot from Big Bad. I got 2 from last year, the Revoltech Buzz and Woody.
I got those.
Psylocke counts as this year.
How many figures are you at for the year, Chris, so far?
All right, hold on.
Like in the 52 or just in general?
He's at 60.
I mean, so
he's got some mathematics
I'm
to
at
play with
53.
because if he didn't pay for it this year, it doesn't count.
Well, so like here's the thing, like my Mezco Bishop I paid for like 3 years ago and I got it this year. So
you're counting anything that you buy this year?
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
anything that I buy
counting
this year.
Anything that I get in my hands this year.
See, for me it's more about the purchasing piece of like how much money I'm spending this year.
Yeah, I mean it's the same for me. Most of my shit through Toyco, so I pay for it.
Yeah, you have to pay then
when it comes in. So,
but like Mezco, I have like 6 figures I've already paid for.
Oh, number 12 for me actually wasn't the Superman. It was I bought Steph Curry off the starting lineup when it was on sale.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Why Steph Curry and not Tatum?
I do want the gold that they're selling though. I think I'm gonna buy that the hoop.
I bought Steph Curry because you can head swap it with Peter Parker from the Ned 2-pack and Luke Skywalker, so I can have a Peter Parker, custom.
Okay, fair.
Dude, I can't get over this Venom. He is cool.
Blitzfigs. I know. You wanted to talk a little bit about this before we invited Harleen on.
Yes. So, you want me to talk about it now?
It's a good segue. It's a good segue. Go for it.
So I've actually had a couple of conversations with this gentleman. So the gentleman is D13 _toys. So he's starting this Kickstarter of biblical adventure toys, and it's a very bold move.
Don't you think?
I thought
so too.
It's such a bold move, but it's such a, how do I put this? It's a bold move, but I think that it could work. Okay. Because I think, we were in the chat talking about it, and like we were coming up with all these like ideas of like,
yeah.
Are you afraid that we're creating a better toy line than what will show up next week?
I think so.
Do what?
So-
Did you say, Chewy?
I said because we were talking about different characters that we want to come out, like the bat. We want the dark side. The light side's great, but we want the other side.
Well,
villains are more interesting anyway.
Well, that is a figure that I am waiting. I'm hoping that he makes his. I don't know what the goal is, but I know the Kickstarter starts on the 21st, and he has already a couple of figures like prototypes lined up, and like the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, man, these figures are so cool and it's so bold, but the whole time I'm like, where the hell is Satan?
There it is.
Where my boy?
There it is.
It was coming. It was coming. I was like, where the hell is Satan? But then it's oh god.
Maybe I'll make you a Satan figure.
Satan's
in the rusted line.
Well, they even have
Satan's a reach figure. It's a tier 1.
I'll fund the whole thing. I don't care if I sell my Hot Toys something. We're gonna fund the whole thing. I'm excited for it. I haven't been this excited for a toy line since anything NECA related. Like I haven't been this excited so much for a figure line, dude. I haven't even.
Yeah, you were super psyched.
I'm so pumped for it. Like I actually messaged them and I told them, dude, I don't know you, but I want this to happen for you. I really want this to happen for you,
dude. I'm definitely back in the Jesus figure. You know that I can use him anywhere.
The first thing I thought about was think of a great photographer like 1/6 Shooter, right? How great he does his photos. You imagine a Jesus photo by 1/6 Shooter?
I want to do him walking on water.
Yeah, well, one of them comes with a little it's a base. It's like a water base, and you can see kind of like you see how excited I.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
I'll take the Jesus that comes with the wine.
It
comes with the
wine and
trick.
fish accessories.
This one is really, really cool.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it's supposed to be an art.
Show it again. Show it again.
It looks really, really nice. Like the head sculpts are really nice too.
All right.
Was that so interesting? Gabriel, or
they even have John the Baptist with a decapitated head.
What?
Yeah, look at the bottom.
Nice.
Nice.
I need to go deep in these books.
I mean, is it kind of strange that there's not strange, but it's interesting time in that this Biblical Adventures is coming out at the same time as Almighty Legends are coming out, and their kicks are in like a day apart.
Dude, I'm telling you, the world is just one big hive mind. That's why whenever you decide to go to McDonald's, it seems like everybody decided to go to McDonald's. It's like that. Every time you decide to do something, you notice there's a lot of damn people here. It's because you all had the same idea at the same time.
I want to hit Satan figure.
I think you'll probably end up getting the more demonic figures off Almighty Legends.
I think so too.
Maybe that's the game. One side's the good side, one side's the bad side. Maybe that's the same team. I don't know.
All right, guys. So our guest is here, and I have to say, I'm super excited to have her on. Really excited for her next guest. She's a professional cosplayer or professional culture design and costume replicator. She makes all of her own costume, clothes, jewelry, shoes, everything. She sells them. If you check out our description, I put her link in, her link tree in. She has so many different links to get you all the different products that she makes herself. So please check that out in the description below. And to mention, she's just, a pretty big fan of Harley Quinn. So I'd like to introduce Sweetheart Harleen. Welcome.
Hello, Satan has arrived.
I was waiting for you to say that, Danny, and when you did, you didn't let us down.
Well, I'm glad I could help.
Harleen, welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys? Can you hear me okay? I'm using Jared's setup, so I've never used it before.
I was gonna ask if you were using Jared's setup. But,
yeah, I am.
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
Yeah, you sound crisp.
I like how you get the blurred background. I need that.
I know.
I don't know. He has a really nice camera. It's way better than anything I would be able to produce on my computer.
It really looks. Yeah, I was he this crisp when he was on art?
I don't think so because it's fairly new.
Okay.
I just know this microphone's super sensitive because if I'm in the kitchen, he's like, "Don't make any noise. They can hear it on my live streams."
I think it's Toy Around talked about that. I think only the person with the headphones attached can hear it. I don't think anyone else can pick it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. He has like a Blue Yeti or something over here. So like the microphone's like over here.
That's what I have. That's what No Chewing
Yeah,
has.
that's what he's got, but it's blue.
Yeah.
I got the cheap JLab.
It works. It works. Well, Harleen, we like to always start with our guests a discussion question just to warm up our discussion, warm up all of our kind of juices to make sure that we have the best interview for you and to get everyone in the toy community to know more about you. So this discussion question has something to do that's right up your alley, and I shared this with you before. Out of television, out of movies, in your opinion, who is the best Harley Quinn?
Aside from myself, I would have to go with our classic Harley. She's my favorite. Oh, she's all blurry. Oh, there we go.
Is that the Mafex one?
No, it's the Sideshow one.
Oh, that's the Sideshow. Wow,
yeah. She keeps.
Nice.
This camera is like reversed. There she is.
That's nice.
Yeah, the classic Harley is by far my favorite Harley Quinn. I'm a huge comic nerd, so like I love the Harley from the comics. I'm not the biggest fan of the movie Harleys, even though I think that Margot Robbie did a great job. The 2016 Suicide Squad movie just didn't happen. We're just gonna pretend it didn't happen.
I would like to see the director's cut on that one.
I would too, honestly, because the preview had a picture, not the preview, but like a leaked photo or something, had Jared Leto's face, and it was like half scarred off, which in Death of the Family, he skins off his own face.
Oh, yeah.
It's very, very brutal series. It's one of my favorite series of all time, and I have it tattooed on my arm, and I'm getting a second actual tattoo of Harley Quinn, like holding his face on my back.
Oh, nice.
Either Wednesday or later. Yeah. With my artist, I have like all these ideas, and he's like, "Which one do you want to do?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And he's like, "I'll just pick when you get to the shop."
The director of that movie said that it's way better, the one he cut.
David Ayer.
They had a trailer company cut the movie for them and fucked it all up or something.
Yeah, I heard that too. They like cut a bunch of stuff out, and like I don't know if they refilmed anything technically for it. The second one is so much better. I love James Gunn. He I don't know if have all you guys seen that movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
He captures Harley perfectly in that movie.
He really does, because he's a Harley Quinn fan, and like I love all the little Easter eggs and stuff, especially in like Birds of Prey, all the little Easter eggs. Like on the TV, they have like where Harley Quinn originally was referenced from, which was Arlene Soren in Days of Our Lives when she dressed like a jester. So that's where Paul Dini and Bruce Timm got the inspiration for Harley Quinn. So they have that like playing on the TV. They have Bernie the Beaver from the comics in there. Like they have like roller derby is from the New 52 comics of Harley Quinn. So they have like all little Easter eggs in Birds of Prey. And then I think that James Gunn took that and like really like blew it up, you know, like the scene where she's escaping from the castle when she's seeing all the birds and everything flying around. That is like a scene like that would be directly out of the comics, because like there are random parts where she talks to Bernie the Beaver in the comics and he talks back even though he's an inanimate object. But that scene was inspired by Lollipop Chainsaw. And the funny thing is, like 4 or 5 months prior, I did a Harley Quinn and Lollipop Chainsaw crossover cosplay. And when I found that out, I started tagging him in those photos. And he actually liked it or like said something. He's like, awesome.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
because it's like one of my it's such a fun game. It's like a super fun hack and slash game. So I'm like, it goes perfectly with Harley cheerleader holding a chainsaw. Let's do it.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you. Classic Harley is she was created from Batman the animated series just for that, and her solo in terms of her origin was brilliant in terms of being the psychiatrist that treated the Joker and then the Joker turned. Incredible origin, incredible character. And Tara Strong, who does the voice for Harley, just like Kevin Conroy will always be my Harley Quinn because she was the first one to do it. She embodied her and she made that character who it is right now.
Yeah, and
Harley,
how
do you feel about Lady Gaga?
I don't want to talk about it. I literally cried. I was crying yesterday. I have a really bad anxiety disorder. So like I was literally having panic attack and crying when I found out. And I felt like I wanted to throw up everywhere when I saw that outfit. It's like all 3 outfits.
They showed the outfit?
They leaked. There's 3 leaks of outfits. And I wasn't going to say anything. And I hope you didn't bring it up. I was hoping you weren't going to bring it up. But I knew somebody would.
How dare you, Josh?
Anyway, how do you feel about James Gunn being in charge of the DC universe now?
I love that. I love that. And I don't know how he allowed this to happen, being such a big Harley Quinn fan himself. Like
this happened before he came.
Yeah, I think the Joker and the Patterson Batmans are like out of his.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're like under his scope. I know that they are not technically part of the main line. I know that he did say that. I don't know how much a handle he has on it, but they're
they're like the Elseworlds.
Yeah. That's what Jared said too, because like as I was crying and having a mental breakdown. Because my manager called the casting company and was like trying to get me in there as a designer when we first heard that Lady Gaga was going to play Harley Quinn, and like,
oh no way,
they should have taken me up on that. And I did a side by side just comparing like my own personal designs and versions of Harley versus like Lady Gaga, because it's very clear that like she picked what she was gonna wear. I think.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if she did. I don't know if it was a costume designer, but if it was a costume designer, they need to lose their job. I'm sorry, whoever it is. But they're not good. But like, the top row is mine. Everything from scratch, props, everything. The bottom row is Lady Gaga's Harley Quinn. Let me see if I can get this in focus.
Let me see. Hold on.
Make her big. Oh no.
Oh wait.
Yeah. I think you have to bring it back just a little bit.
Damn it, Jared.
I know. Here, let me see if I can do this, and then it'll focus on. It's because the camera's reversed, so it's like trying to pick up my face.
Oh yeah, I know.
Hey, we'll go look. Well, you have to.
Can you guys pull up?
What's the website?
Well, that's not on a website. Here, I'm gonna send it. Can you guys pull up Instagram from where you are? Okay, I'm gonna send you it in a message then.
All right, sounds good. Send it to me, and then
because there's I just sent it to you. There's one in the middle. So I did a Viking Harley Quinn that I made all out of EVA foam armor. The middle one is a Jinx from League of Legends Harley Quinn that took me over 500 hours that I made last year. And then the final one is a Harley Quinn wedding dress that I made from complete scratch in 12 hours.
Wow.
That's cool. 1 sec. I'm trying to find
I'm going to go through some chats real quick. So Art is got a lot to say tonight. All James Gunn does is Guardians of the Galaxy formula.
Welcome to the show, Art. Thank you for joining.
So the top is yours and the bottom is hers?
Yes. Well, the bottom is clearly not me.
Well, yeah.
But yes, the top.
Really
the top. I made everything from scratch. I sketched them. I made them. So I did like from concept to creation to the finalization of them. It was all me. Besides the photo, Jared took the photos, but I edit all my photos.
Yeah.
But I named my bazooka. What? Which one?
The middle one with the hyena head.
Yeah, because Jinx has a huge shark cannon that she calls Shark Bones. So I named him Bruce Bones. I made that from scratch. He actually lights up and his eyes are transparent. So like it lights up through his eyes and his head is detachable by magnets. So that middle one, I made the bullets. I made the bullet belts. I made the sock. I made everything besides the shoes. I made on every single one of them.
That's crazy.
That's incredible.
So
so you said 500 hours?
Yes.
500 hours for these?
Easily.
For one or for all three?
Just for the middle one. Just for the middle one.
Oh.
The one on I don't know which direction it is. The big dress. That one only took me like 12 hours, but it was 12 hours of hand pleating tooling. There was like 600 layers of hand pleated tooling on there. And then I just sewed it onto my base of the dress, and that part was easy. It was really like sitting there for hours and just like layer by layer. And then the other one is my Viking Harley. I was playing around with makeup one day, just like regular makeup, not even special effects makeup. And my followers were like, we want full look, because I posted photos in a similar makeup. And I'm like, Viking Harley? And they're like, we want an outfit. So I literally made that because they had requested it so many times. And the entire thing is made out of EVA foam. Everything.
Oh, really?
Besides like the faux fur on like the bottom part of the skirt, but the belt, the bodice, everything.
Jeez. Now, do you sell these at all, or do you do you sell these costumes?
You looking to buy one, though, Chris?
I'm not cheap.
But no, I'm just because you have all these different links to different like accessories and all that, and I wasn't sure if you like. It sounds like you put a lot of effort into these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you make like more than one pair of these shoes? Do you make more than one pair of like this costume itself?
I make one for myself in my size because I'm very tiny and my body is very weirdly proportioned. I'm like a cereal box almost. So I can't buy regular clothing. Or I have to like resew it or take it in or something. So I will make one in my size and take photos in it as like the mock photo. And then I list them on my website, Dress for Dopamine, which is my couture and costume brand. So I think I only have one handmade one, and it's the alternate Birds of Prey overalls that were actually, instead of gold, they were red and black, which the designer of the film actually posted it. So I made those overalls because I like them way better. Someone actually bought them from me, and I made them in their size, custom ordered, sent them out and everything.
Oh, wow.
I just released like a 7-piece lingerie line that pretty much just tells a story of Harley Quinn from like her innocence before she was a psychiatrist to like all the way through to like when she's like full on Harley Quinn, like hitting people with her mallet, like through lingerie kind of. So that entire collection released. I sold a piece from that, made it, sold, like shipped it out to their size requirements. So I only list specific ones online, like that wedding dress you can buy on dressfordopamine.com. And I have like a bunch of other handmade outfits on there too. I have a bunch I just haven't listed. Like I made a recreation of a Daenerys Targaryen outfit I haven't listed. Like every month of this year, I want to do a brand new classic Harley. I've done 2 so far. So like my designs and then sell them.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I haven't planned mine for next month yet though. So got to get on that.
So, okay. Well, hold on. We're like going right into the interview. I love it. I love your energy. So, guys, what do you guys think is the best Harley in your opinion?
Our guess. Our guess is the best Harley.
That feels about right.
I was born 6 days before her appearance on Batman the Animated Series, same year.
Were you really?
Last year, I turned 30, and 6 days later, Harley Quinn turned 30. So we always celebrate our birthday together for the last 30 years of my life. Like, and
That's
also,
awesome.
I legally changed my name to Harleen, and I was in college as a psych major, which, like, I never intended to be that person, like, I did not want to be that person. It was my destiny.
It was meant for you.
It also doesn't help that Jared's first letter is J. I'm just
my birth first name was Jonna, and I hated that, and like no one could ever pronounce it or spell it. Could never get cute keychains. Changed my name to Harleen, still can't get cute keychains, and people always ask how it's spelled. So I mean,
so this is perfect because you're kind of getting into it, but we always like to ask everyone, this is Toy Talk, so we talk about how toys bring all of us together, and you were kind of a good guest to bring on because, like I said, we don't have any professional cosplayers. We've never had any professional cosplayers. I even warned you before, we may ask you some stupid questions.
What do you mean? I look just like Willy Wonka. What are you talking about?
It'll be all
I
the
could pick
dumb
up
questions.
cosplays for all of you guys, and you would kill them.
Yes. Well, can we get to? We'll make that segment soon. We're gonna make that segment soon. We're gonna do that. We're going to do that. I can't wait to hear that. But I really want to hear your origin, whether it started with toys, whether it started with, like, you kind of danced around it, but how did you become Harleen?
I have been Harley since birth, honestly. Like when I was little, my dad's a huge Batman fan. And when he was younger, read comics. So growing up, my dad would like sit me on the couch with him and like put on shows, of course, Batman being one of them. And like my earliest memory isn't actually of Harley Quinn that I can remember. It's of Poison Ivy when she kisses Robin and she like he takes off those like fake lips.
Yeah.
And like I thought, I'm like, ugh! Like that's like the earliest memory that I can consciously remember. But in psychology, when you have a parasocial relationship, which is like a love for something that is fake or a love for someone that is not real, that you don't know, like a celebrity or something, and it goes on for so long, it actually becomes stored in your subconsciousness and you pick up its traits and characteristics and beliefs and things like that. So when I used to get interviewed, they used to say, like, how do you set yourself apart, like, from being Harley Quinn? Because I don't pretend to be Harley Quinn even when I'm in cosplay. Like, even when I'm wearing the classic Jester suit, I don't pretend to be her. And people will say to me, they're like, you are literally Harley Quinn. And I'm like, thanks. Like, I don't sound like her. Like, we don't really look the same. But, and it's because I grew up, like, with so much love for this character that it got stored subconsciously in my brain, which I didn't know until I took psychology courses. And I'm like, my whole life has been a lie. I am not who I think I am. I am actually Harley Quinn. But so yeah, it's been like, it didn't like emerge at any one point in my life. Like I've been collecting Harley comics since the Carl Kessel series in 2000s, the early 2000s.
Oh, wow.
And I started collecting Harley Quinn collectibles as long as I could remember. Like, it's like since I had money and I was like a teenager and an adult and stuff. And then since then it's just like grown. I have like a shelf in my house where I have like most of my Harleys. And it just like keeps growing. I have like 6 or 7 different Harleys on pre-order right now. I just got the Jack in the Box Harley in the mail, where it's my second Jack in the Box Harley that I own. And it's literally a Jack in the Box, and you spin the thing and it pops out, and it's her actual Jack in the Box from the Arkham games. So it's like kind of a prop as well. It's super cool. I pre-ordered it like 2 years ago, but anytime there's like a classic Harley that comes out, I'm like, ooh, pre-order, and my hand like clicks the button so fast I don't even know I'm doing it.
We all know that feeling too well.
Yeah.
One time I pre-ordered a $600 statue and I'm like, what am I doing? I never ended up getting this statue because I'm like, I need this so we can buy a house, this money. So I canceled my pre-order, got my money back, and then we put the down payment on our house.
There you go.
But I've never sold a Harley figure. I've sold Harley cosplays that just like don't fit me anymore, you know, and then I've just remade them, like ones I've bought in. But yeah, I've always loved Harley Quinn. Like she has always been like the one constant in my life. Like she's the reason I left an abusive relationship. She is everything I have always wanted to be in a person, where she is funny and like, but also at the same time, like everyone hates her and she's annoying. And I have no friends because I am annoying. And I'm a lot of a person because I have ADHD. So I just talk and I don't stop talking, as you guys may notice.
We didn't notice. Go ahead, keep going.
On top of that, I have bipolar, so I don't sleep. So it's a lot of a person that I am, which like leads me to having no friends, and I'll text people like 100 times a day, and then they'll be like, okay, she is like way too much. But luckily Jared doesn't mind. But I feel like I am Harley Quinn in that essence too, where like it's just like sometimes it's just like too much of me. But then other times it's just like the mental part. Like I did a podcast, like I had my own podcast where it was just like my podcast, which I'm going to bring back this year. I just didn't have time last year to do it.
What's it called?
It's the Sweetheart Harley Podcast with Harleen.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna rename it though, the Hot Mess Harley Show, because that is my life. Whenever I do a live stream on Instagram, I'm like, welcome to the Hot Mess Harley Quinn Show. But it was just like updates on just Harley Quinn, like my blog on my website, just all Harley Quinn, like new comics coming out, like new things going on with me, like conventions, yada yada. So like I don't even remember what I was saying. That's perfect, because what basically the original question was how you became, what's your origin for Harley Quinn, for Sweetheart Harley. Oh yeah, that's it.
No, it's perfect. I think one of the pieces that I really don't know about is just cosplay in general in the world of cosplay. So, you know, being Harley Quinn is one thing, but then how do you jump into the world of cosplay? Is that something that you need to like research, or you're just like, I like Harley Quinn, I want to dress up like her, and then you kind of figure it out yourself, or did you research it before? Like, I don't know anything about this world.
Well, you can do both. There's a lot of differences in the cosplay community, and there's no set rules of any kind. So anyone can cosplay anything they want. It doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter how old you are, your age, your ethnicity, your race, nothing. Cosplay does not judge. If you want to cosplay Harley Quinn in a classic suit and you are a male, go for it. Like, cosplayers love that. Like, it's on one end, it's a super accepting community with that. And that's the part that I love about it. One of my favorite things is being able to guest at conventions and like having a table. And one convention, this little girl saw me across the room and she started screaming, "Mommy, that's Harley Quinn." And she runs up to me like full speed and latches onto my leg. And it was just like, I have a video of it. And it was like the highlight of my entire life, besides getting engaged. I just want to put that out there. Just don't want Jared to think anything else. But it was that this little girl thought she had actually met Harley Quinn, and then she is going to grow up like as a young kid being like, I met Harley Quinn. Like, because like when I was that age, if I had met me back then, I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's Harley Quinn. Like, I would have done the same thing, you know? So like that part of the community is like super accepting and amazing, and like anyone who comes and visits me at cons and like or like meets me at cons and just talks to me, like I sell stuff but I don't like push it at cons. Like if people want to buy stuff from me, they want to buy stuff from me. If they don't, they don't. I like to guest at cons because I like to talk to people about Harley Quinn. That's what I love so much. So that's why I like to guest at cons, and also just to see other people's cosplays. Like one of my favorite cosplays I have literally ever seen. It was the most simple thing. It was like 2 years ago. I was guesting, and these people walked by my booth, and the guy was just wearing like an Ash Ketchum hat, and the girl just had red painted on her cheeks in 2 circles and was wearing a yellow shirt. They were clearly Ash Ketchum and Pikachu, and it was just so simple. And I'm like, guys, I love your outfit so much. I'm like, it's so subtle, but like you get it instantly when you see it. Like you're not trying hard, you love Pokemon and you wanted to dress up as conveniently for you as possible. So like anyone can cosplay anything. Like a t-shirt can be a cosplay if you want it to be. You can wear a Superman shirt and be like, I'm Superman. Be like, okay, awesome. Like
how do you I guess and we'll go around, and what we like to do is just ask questions throughout just for all of us. And in the chat, if you have any questions, please let us know. Josh is going through them and starring them. If he hasn't, then he's doing that right now.
Yeah, feel free to cut me off at any point, because I said once I start talking, I will not stop. So if you need to talk over me, go for it.
No, it's all good. I think I start a few. But either way, what I really want to know is, like, as you were saying, you say you have no friends. And what I'm hearing is what we hear, like when we talk about the toy community, is that we finally find a place where this hobby of ours that we feel has sometimes at some points in our lives of growing up has been like socially outcasting us as like, oh, you do that? Well, that's weird. Do you find that you found that community of like people, your people at cosplay with cosplay?
Absolutely not. See, the other side of cosplay in the professional world of cosplay is brutal.
Really?
Which I am in that spectrum because I full-time cosplay. I have managers. I'm signed to a talent agency for more than just cosplay, for like my designs and stuff too. And I'm also like a digital creator, a digital designer. I'm technically an influencer, I guess. They list me as an influencer. It's weird. But
well, you have a huge following, and
like 30K, right?
Yeah, and I have over 100K on TikTok, which is what they hold high in a higher regard than Instagram. Is your TikTok following and your engagement? Surprisingly,
is that really? Is TikTok is more seen highly regarded?
Yeah, well, at least from the company that manages me.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
I always go with Instagram. I think that's because we're like an older generation that had like Instagram, like we had Instagram for a long time and then TikTok came along. So that's why I feel like I hold it more professionally than TikTok in a lot of regards. But yeah, I do TikToks as well.
Got it.
And then I just use them as reels.
Got it.
So it works out perfectly. But I am on the side where I am a professional cosplayer in an area where there are a handful of cosplayers that all despise me, all hate me. They have gotten me banned from local cons by spreading lies about me. I got stabbed in the back by someone I knew for 8 years in the cosplay world. So I cannot like do local cons.
So when you get to that level, I guess it's pretty cutthroat. Just like I guess whether it's like the movie industry or anything like that, like I would imagine that's what you're saying.
Yeah, I would definitely compare it to the entertainment industry 100% once you get to like a higher level of cosplay. And then people start just hating you to hate you because it's cool. So there was a span of time for like, it was last year. Last year was like one of the worst years of my life. And during one of my live streams, I was getting harassed by the people watching so badly that I had to turn it off. And then I went upstairs to Jared and just started crying. And like, I was never a crier. I'm like a brick house, like, but it just like affected me so much because it was just so brutal because like I try to be a good person, and because I know what it feels like to be on the other end of that. So I don't judge anyone. Like I always make sure my page is a safe space for everyone and anyone to come and they can message me if they're going through something and have a problem. Because I'm very open and honest on my page of what I've been through and what I go through. So I let my followers be that way with me, and I always appreciate it when they are. So like what you see is what you get, whether I'm in person, online, on an interview, live stream, whatever, what have you. Like I got interviewed for local news once and it was exactly like this. Like this was me. I've never put on like a persona or a face or anything. I just am as I am. And a lot of people hate that. A lot of people, I don't know what it is. I think I just rub people the wrong way sometimes, or it's the jealousy factor of I made a comment and I said I am fully qualified to judge at cons, and they didn't like that. So that's how it all started. And I will not mention any cosplayers' names or that convention because I currently have cease and desist against them.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, in terms of just what I was hoping in terms of you coming on to our show was that you felt that this community right here is welcoming, because the toy community itself, what's all about Toy Talk is just the positivity and the people around it and celebrating toys, but celebrating why it brings us together. And I know that when we had Jared on a couple of times, he had shown the shelf and was all Harley figures, and he's like, "Oh, that's at the time you were a girlfriend. That's my girlfriend's. She's a big Harley fan." And it just made a mental note to me to be like, "All right, we need to, tap into her to ask about some of these Harley figures." So I know you're a fan. I know you're a fan of Harley, but I know you're a fan of toys too. So.
Yes, I used to do toy photography for like a solid year and a half. I have like toy photography page. I just don't update. Like somehow I got on Hasbro's list and they were sending me like boxes of figures to take photos of and just like promote them and post them.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know how I did it. And Jared was so jealous. And I'm like, why are you jealous? Like they're ours. Like I got them, but you're going to use them. Like, but somehow I got on that list. I don't know how. I'm not on that list anymore, but it's because we moved. So I think that they might still be sending me stuff and just going to the wrong address. I have no idea.
Well, that's incredible. You make it sound so easy.
Well, I mean, it was. I just got contacted by this lady and I'm like, okay. And then I told Jared, and then I got like a huge box in the mail and it had like a bunch of Hasbro, like Hasbro's Con or whatever, the one where they did like that 3-pack of Star Wars in like the fold out box. I can't remember. It was like I got that. I got like 3 or 4 entire runs of Black Series, like just like so much Star. I got a 40th anniversary of one of the Star Wars movies. I cannot for the life of me remember which one it was.
Is Jared just screaming in the background?
No, he's actually upstairs. He's gonna come down at some point and say hi, though.
So he certainly should be jealous considering his fandom that you got like
right.
what
like
sounds
this,
like a very big box.
Yes, it was massive. Well, I mean, it came in different boxes at different times throughout, like at the course of like a year and a half or 2 years. Like this wall here is his, and that's all Star Wars in with card backs. Which like a bunch of them from that I got from that one of those that 40th anniversary are hanging on this wall. Behind me is all my Harley stuff that's all like grayed out, like blurred out. But yeah, I did do photography. I just don't have time now to do it.
Well,
I just love how they sent you a whole box of Hasbro stuff and not think like, is she a DC fan?
Oh my god, yeah, you're right.
Right. Like, I got like this huge like it was Hasbro PulseCon that I got the stuff from.
We're gonna convert her to Marvel and Star Wars. Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, I love Star Wars. C-3PO is my golden god, and I love Jar Jar Binks, which actually might be the reason why everyone hates me.
Well, that's
like I love Jar Jar Binks, and I love C-3PO. He's my favorite character of all time. I love Anthony Daniels. I read his like autobiography. He is not a writer. I will have to say that about him. But other than that, he seems like the sweetest person in the entire world. And I would literally shank somebody and like punt a small child out of the way to meet him.
That's very Harley of you.
Yeah, that's such a Harley brand. Hey, why don't we go around and ask some questions to Harley? Why don't I start with No Chun? Do you want to start?
Yeah. I have a question. Just because you clearly love Harley Quinn from like every type of medium, comics, movies, TV. Yeah, there's a cartoon. Yeah. And video games. What is your preferred Harley? Like which medium is perfect for her?
Comics.
Nothing
will ever trump her comics. This wall behind me, actually, I have her first ever appearance framed on this wall over here. And besides that comic and the first issue of Gotham City Sirens, which is also framed, like first issue, I think it's like a second or third printing. Everything is signed. So I have like signed Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti, who did in the New 52, signed Stephanie Phillips, who I got to meet, and she was so sweet. I have signed Nathan Surdsey comics back there, he is one of the top variant cover people for comics, and super sweet. I've talked to him like a million times on Instagram, like nicest guy in the world, will answer any questions I ever have. But it's just like who else do I have? A bunch of people awesome. Who did like variant Harley covers, because I collect the variants. So like Infinite Frontier issue 1, I have like 25 versions of it, but it's the same issue, just a different cover. So that I love collecting like the art on them. And then if I ever get to meet the artist, well, I mean, some of them you can buy signed, like the Nathan Surdsey ones I buy signed from him, and they come with like a COA and stuff. But like I really want to like meet all the artists. Like a couple of years back, I actually have a signed Paul Dini book too, because a few times a year I do a raffle for it's usually in October, and it's to raise money for the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, because that is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and I am a survivor of domestic abuse, physically and mentally. So I like to raise money for that cause. So every year I will contact artists. So like Stephanie Phillips has sent me stuff in the past. The author of, what is her book? It's Harley Quinn Reckoning. Rachel Allen. She actually followed me for a while and contacted me, and she's like, "Girl, I have this book coming out that's Harley Quinn. Can I send you a copy?" And I'm like, "Yeah," not thinking anything of it. And then I see it in the DC newsletter, and I'm like, "That's who follows me." Like, and she's like, signed it, and she's like, "It makes me so happy to actually write out my Harley book to Harley." Also super, super nice girl. So like she signed copies of books and sent them to me to raffle off. But I actually got in contact with Paul Dini's assistant about like the whole thing and like what I've done, how much I've raised previously and stuff like that. And Paul Dini's wife does a lot of domestic violence awareness work. So he was more than willing, and he like sent me 2 hardcover books. He signed them. He drew a doodle in there. And I don't pick the winners of my raffle. I do it all through Rally Up, and I have the system randomly pick them. So I actually entered. I spent like a lot of money, and I donated a lot of money to enter because I really wanted to win one of the books to keep it. And I actually won one of the books. And like it's totally random. Like I'll like film it and put it on my story, and I'm like, guys, this is random. I'm not even awake at the time that these are pulled. Like it automatically pulls them and sends everything out for me. And it pulled me, and I'm like, oh my God, I get to keep this issue. So that's how I have a signed book from him.
That's pretty awesome, though. I mean, to have a Paul Dini Harley signed, that's incredible.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'd have that. No chewing. Any other questions?
I was just gonna ask, what's your favorite Harley Quinn toy that you have in your collection?
Good question.
Are we talking figures or statues included?
Ooh, separate them.
Yes.
Okay. My favorite statue ever. I didn't bring it down here because I totally forgot to. But it is the one of it. It's only ever been on a variant cover of a comic. It's a Harley Quinn bombshell version, and she is wearing a nurse outfit, but not the classic nurse outfit. This is a bombshell nurse outfit, and she's holding the Joker like upside down like this, and she's like trying to like kiss him, and he's like,
"That's my favorite
and it's
one."
like it's like this big, like you can't see my lower hand. It's like this big. If Jared's watching, he can bring it down here.
So wait, Joker is on it?
Yeah, she's holding the Joker like bending over backwards, and she's like trying to kiss him, and he's got like kiss marks all over his face, and he's like trying to get away like this. That's my favorite statue of all time. And I own that one, and Jared actually got that for me like 4 years ago because he knew it was like my dream Harley Quinn statue, so he got it for me for my birthday, and I like lost it.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
If I'm not mistaken, that statue was released for Valentine's Day. If I'm not mistaken.
It was. Yeah. It was. I don't have the first gen. I have the second gen of her in the black socks. The first gen has white socks. Yes, that one. That's the exact one. I love.
That's cool. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
and here,
cool.
here, my assistant comes. Do you want
to? Assistant.
Everyone.
Hey, what's up,
We don't like your autofocus on the camera. We decided because when I hold things up, they get blurry.
It doesn't really work. I need to figure something out. You gotta put it in front of your face.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but then I like can't.
Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect.
Chair.
That's perfect.
Cool.
Oh, that's
yes,
cool.
but this is my favorite statue of all time. And it's like literally the size of my face.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And this also is like magnetic. They don't make them like this anymore. It's really dusty. You guys can totally see all the dust flying in the breeze.
That's cool. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yes. Bye. Thank you. Is this one numbered? No, this one is not numbered. I do have the OG bombshell statue as well. That one is numbered, like the first ever one they released.
That one's really nice.
I have that one, and then Jared got me the Christmas one at a convention.
Oh, I just saw that. Yeah, I was just as I was searching, I saw that.
He got it for like a really cheap deal. He got it for like $50 or $60, and she's going like way up there now. But I have the OG one, like the first ever one they made with like the big base like that. And I bought it for like $100 when it got released, and at one point it was going for like over $600, and I'm like, what?
Wow.
Yeah, the bombshell ones, like that, they don't do that art anymore, and they don't do those figures anymore. Mm-hmm. Even they released all these bombshell DC figures a while ago, and they go for a lot of money right now.
Mm-hmm.
They fluctuate though. So if there is one
you
want,
they do. So it's like, probably lower right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like 300 or 400 right now.
Still a lot, jeez.
It might be down to like 250. I'm not sure. But at one point it was almost $700, and I'm like, and I double thought about it. I'm like, should I sell it? I'm like, I literally cannot sell this. I'm like everytheverything in me can't sell this. Yeah. If I was like dying and needed the money for medical bills, I would not sell it. I would die. And then I would be buried with her.
Or at least you have a plan. That's okay.
Yeah. There you go. And then my favorite Harley Quinn figure. That's a hard one.
Not that sideshow one? Or would you consider
it might be the sideshow one? or the Mezco, the Mezco one that looks like it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that is it Mezco or Mapex? Because I always confuse them.
Well, there are two.
The fabric one.
Mezco.
Yeah, the Mezco 1/12 scale Harley. Definitely the sideshow one because it's like bigger. But I like the face sculpt on the 1/12 way better. And the 1/12's body looks exactly like my body when I'm wearing that suit. So that's why I like it, because people always complain that I'm too tiny to be Harley Quinn, and I'm like, no, look at this toy. Yes, but that's my two.
Those are good questions, don't you? Do you have any follow-ups?
I'm good. I'll pass it to
Danny
and Josh.
Yes. I have a few. First off, thank you for coming on. Second of all, your merchandise. I was eyeing the Dead Inside hat beanie. I love that. I can't wait to order that hat. That's pretty dope.
Do it. I'll give you a coupon if you message me.
Oh yes, absolutely. Thank you. I'm excited for that. And even the what is it? The hoodie with the big skull in the back. I forgot what. I think that's the same thing, right?
Oh yeah. I'm a designer, so I like draw all the art on my clothing on that website.
Even better, because I love black and red, so I'm excited. First question. What is your favorite? Who is your favorite? Like, I want to say artist that drew Harley Quinn. I mean, I always love Amanda Conner, but I am a big Bombshell, like Aunt Lucia, I believe his name. Mm-hmm. Like the Bombshells have always been my favorite. So, but who would you say is your favorite artist that has drawn Harley Quinn in the comics? Who would you say?
Well, besides the OGs, who will always be the best at everything. Mm-hmm. He hasn't done the comic inside the book. He's only done the covers, but I am a huge Nathan Surdsey fan.
Nice.
His version of Harley on the covers, I absolutely love and adore. But as far as inside the books, I would have to say Amanda Conner. I have such a special place in my heart for Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti, because their series like changed the entire game for Harley. Because before then, I mean, Harley in the New 52 suit, before it was the New 52 in 2012, when Harley was in the Suicide Squad comics, that was the first time she was wearing anything besides the classic suit. And then Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti took over Harley in 2013 with the New 52, and that ran for almost a decade. And I read it for a decade, you know? So like I became like in love with their variation of Harley, and like the black and red hair. I dyed my hair black and red split, and it was like that for so long. And it's just such a hard upkeep. So I just went blonde a few years back, and I'm like blonde. But I have like all of like the action figures from like they released from that collection. I just she has such a special place in my heart, like their work together. She had a Kickstarter recently that I actually donated to, and I have like the book over there. And it's called Hot and Messy, and it's like signed by both of them.
Oh, nice.
And I also got an add-on Harley Quinn comic that was only a convention exclusive that I haven't gotten yet. Yes, the one upside down. I actually recreated that photo. If you go to my Instagram, it's on there.
On your Instagram, let's go.
And he shared me on his Facebook.
That's
and I was
awesome.
like crying. He's amazing. Also, Riley Rossmo, who did the artwork for Inside of the Infinite Frontier comics, is amazing. The author, Stephanie Phillips, she's my favorite author, I would say, for the comics, is Stephanie Phillips, because she gave Harley such a sarcastic personality. And she's not too, like, over the top. I'm a doctor. I'm a psychiatrist. Yada, yada. Like, she's not too high energy. She's like, I need to get my coffee because I'm going to have a meeting with Batman right now, and then like ends up like spilling her coffee or something, or not being able to get her coffee because of like she had to fight someone. But she's like, how am I supposed to impress Batman without coffee or like without caffeine? Like it was like something like that. It's like that, like her type of humor like aligns with mine really great. So like I love her as an author, and I've read like her other works. Like right now she's doing Grimm, which is like blowing up everywhere, and I'm just like so proud of that comic. And it's because it's amazing for one, but also because
Grimm is still wow. I remember when Grimm premiered. Yeah, it's like a alternate take on Fairy Tale, correct?
I've never read Fairy Tale.
No, fairy tales, like just like
Fairy Tale. I've never read I've never read Fairy Tales.
It's based off like the Brothers Grimm story.
Yeah.
It's it reminds me, there was a 6-issue comic called Carmen, and it reminds, was it 6 issues? I think it was 6 issues by Image Comics. It reminds me a lot of that, where like in Carmen, like pretty much like the Grim Reaper, who's this cute female with pink hair, comes down to Earth and like takes the souls and like tries to tell them that they're in the afterlife. This is different than that, but for some reason it reminds me of it. But the characters in there are so cool, and like the story is so cool.
Yeah, I'm just surprised it's still going. Wow, that's crazy.
It's been less than a year, I want to say.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of a different comic book.
I think you might be.
Yeah, I must be thinking of something different, because I remember a series for Grimm. It was like alternate takes on different characters from like Brothers Grimm stories.
Oh no, this is not that. Hang on, I think I have a comic of it right over there. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab it.
Sure. Yeah, we'll get to some of the questions that some of you have already asked, Harleen, in just a little bit. If you have any other questions, let us know. I'm going to take this time to give a little plug. If you have not subscribed to us, just click that little button in the corner that says subscribe. That would be awesome. We're really excited. We've really grown in the past few months with our subscription. We hit our 200 mark. We're past 200, and we're going to keep going. And remember, Josh, when is our next giveaway again? Is it at 400? Did we say 400? 400 is our next milestone. So we're just going to try to hit all those milestones. And as Mott's Toys Box says, go hit that like button. But also check out Mott's Toys Box. He does an amazing YouTube page as well. He had 1/6 Shooter on 2 weeks ago, I believe. We talked about toy photography.
Moz is the one that I sold the Peter B to.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? Nice.
Oh, okay. And he also
won our giveaway.
He won a giveaway too.
Yeah. To talk more about his show, it's on Tuesdays, and he does it with 1/6 and I think Pablo, where they do a toy photography critique. So if you're interested to
check it out,
learn and grow, check out the show.
He's a great guy. I don't know him personally, but I just know him through Jared.
Yeah, he is. He's a really nice guy. Did you get that? Oh, okay. Yes, let's look.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so let me get in focus. So as I said, I'm a variant collector. Is it clear yet? No.
To your face. It's like getting your hand.
I can't see it. Here, let me get
your
my
face
hand
is
out.
super clear. Okay.
I think we got half of the cover.
Yeah.
Okay, which half?
Of the
you're right. You're right.
One
you see
skull
skulls.
person on the phone.
Okay. The artwork looks.
Let me just try and cover the full screen with it and see what it does.
Is that Boom Studios that makes that comment?
Yes. Okay. So
here it says, put it down on your chest.
Oh, maybe that'll work.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Hold on.
I think he means while you're sitting down, though.
Yeah, while you're sitting
I know,
down.
but I'm so short you won't be able to see it if I'm sitting down.
Oh.
Why is it focusing on my hand? Get out of here. It's gonna slip. Oh wait.
Describe the cover.
Wait. Do we have some?
Yeah.
Okay, you can kind of see her face.
Yes.
Wait, let's try while I'm sitting down.
This is a great game. This is a great game.
I want to go back to that
That's
cosplay.
perfect.
Who would fit each person game later? I
That's
just don't want to
perfect.
forget about that.
Okay. So
Yes.
as I said, I am a variant collector. So this is issue number 2, and this is the cover. And then I literally I have another version of issue 2's cover right here. That's the hollow.
Oh, nice.
And then I have another one right here for issue 2. This is the
Nice.
C cover. And then I have, or that might be the B cover. And then I have this issue number 2 cover.
That's okay.
That's a cool
And
cover.
then I have this issue number 2 cover.
Nice.
So now this really, I used to be a huge comic book collector. This is really giving me the itch right now.
Oh man, I could direct you to some great series depending on what you like, because I'm a huge, I love DC only for Harley Quinn specifically. I don't read any other DC comics besides Harley Quinn. I read a lot. My blanket is stuck in Jared's chair. There we go. I read a lot of Image comics. So
Image is great.
they released a series years ago called Nailbiter, and they came out with a second pretty much spin-off of it, a continuation, and I'm waiting for Nailbiter's son to be announced because they kind of like leaked information at the end of like the last book, and they're like, check out Nailbiter's son, or like something.
I have that entire series. I love.
So do I. I have every one of them.
Series.
It's such a great series.
I want to say Boom and Image, like besides DC and Marvel, they put out some great stuff. I think my favorite comics right now would be Something Is Killing the Children by Boom Studios. And
I've heard that's really great. I haven't had the chance to get any of them though.
And Silver Coin is another good book. I don't know if you ever read some. It's pretty dope.
I haven't read it, but I know that Stephanie Phillips has done some writing for Silver Coin specifically.
Wow.
But yeah, definitely check out Grimm. It's written by Stephanie Phillips.
I'm definitely going to check out Grimm.
Do it. And she's red and black. I mean, I obviously have to cosplay a crossover.
Have you read Saga?
Yes. I'm not all caught up though. But
well, the second part just like came out like a few months ago, right? They took a hiatus.
Yes, they did. They took a very long hiatus. I feel like it was like 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't buy the comics of it because I would need to literally find every single one of them. I did have a first edition printing of like issue number 3 that I ended up selling for a couple $100.
Those go so like.
I know. And I remember when a Saga was like first coming out, and I'm like, I should have subbed then to it.
I have to go back. I probably have at least 1 through 10.
You could sell issue number 1 for like $600 alone, even in bad quality.
Really?
Yeah.
You get some Mescals.
That's why I don't get the comics of Saga, because I would need to get every single one of them because I'm obsessive like that. That's why I get the graphic novels of Saga instead. So I have issues 1 through 7 right now. So I was waiting for 8. I'm waiting for 8 to release.
Well, the omnibus, I believe, is out for like $30 or something. Like that.
Isn't that just 1 through 7 now?
It was like $20 on Comixology. I still haven't read it though.
The whole thing, right? It's the whole thing.
Yeah, it's like 40, 50 issues. Or something.
I had in my cart. I'll send it to you, Harleen. Because I remember I was like, I need to read all of this because I only had like 1 through 10, and I wanted to read all of it and get into the new story that they just released. And I think it was like $30 or something like that.
That's
for all of
bad.
them. I know it's not bad, right?
I need to write that in my phone. Oh no, I'm gonna write it on his notebook right here because I have a terrible memory. I will forget that in 5 minutes.
Well, no, I'll send it to you.
And I have to buy the physical one. Like I cannot read digital comics. Like I have the DC Universe app specifically to access their merch store.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. DC Universe.
Yeah, it's great. I think it's a great app. They have some flaws with it, of course. But I have like Comixology for when they released Harley Quinn, Black, White, and Red, which was the first DC comic to go digital first over COVID. And then I actually bought the actual book of it when it came out, and every single like the first chapter, and that is my absolute favorite. It's Stephen Sajik, or Stefan Sajik, who wrote the book Harleen, like the graphic novel. Well, it was a comic series, and then excuse me, I had a mini burp. That is my
all the time
favorite Harley Quinn origin story of all time. The artwork in it is flawless. And it shows the Joker's like actual like true charm and how he like kind of hooked Harleen to be Harley Quinn. Like that is the only series that has ever done that. And awesome. I felt such an emotional connection to that book. And I changed my name after that. And I really do think subconsciously it was that book that made me choose my name as Harleen, that I was illegally gonna...
that was like that origin story I believe was like one of the first ones. But yeah, that is a great book, and I would
this came out like 2-3 years ago.
This is
this is new.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You gotta I'll send that to you.
I just sent you the compendium. It collects it's $40 that collects 1 through 54 of Saga.
Awesome. I'm gonna check that out, and I'm gonna send you the link for Stephen Sajik's right now.
Please do.
I always say his name wrong.
Josh, you've had some questions in the queue. I just wanted to make sure we got to those. Some of our audience members had asked some questions to Harley, and want to get to them before we get to our cosplay question for her.
All right, here we go. Kinyo Toys wants to know: do you do any custom dance outfits or just focus on cosplay?
I do everything. So like I do like a couture line. So like if you want a corset that is just black, I can make you a steel-boned black corset. If you want a dress for a child pageant, I got you. If you want an outfit for a dance recital, I do that. Like I make everything and anything. I don't know how. It's like a superpower. I am 100% self-trained in everything. Or self-taught. No one ever taught me how to use a sewing machine or how to pattern things or how to size things. And I have barely watched YouTube videos. What I do is I like see a piece of clothing and I'm like, okay. And then I just do it. I literally cannot even explain to you the thought process behind it. I have made Harley Quinn literal wedding dresses with like 10-foot trains before. And I started cutting fabric with no intention of doing anything. Like, it's like a magic superpower I have. I don't know.
That's interesting. I wouldn't know where to start.
I don't either. That's the funny thing. I don't either. And halfway through, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm making right now. And then it ends up being like this huge masterpiece, like dress or something, or like a bazooka with a hyena head. Like half the time, I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. And then it ends up working, and I'm like, cool. Like I'm making my own wedding dress.
That's
nice.
That's awesome. We can't wait to see that one. Oh, that would be awesome.
I can't wait to see it too.
We got 88 Figs. He wants to know. He says, "What's your head tattoo, and how bad did it hurt?" So dope.
Thank you. And it is. If I can get close.
Right,
to
let me.
This camera's weird.
Hold on.
There we go. It's the triple moon. For the triple moon goddess, with just like filigree and stuff. Like if they know who Ryan Ashley is, I asked my artist for that piece to take her inspiration with like her line work, her fine line detailing and filigree, and like fill the empty space with it. But the triple moon is for Hecate, the Greek goddess, who is the mother, the maiden, and the crone. There's a lot of different backstories behind her, so I won't get into that. But it's the triple moon. But it's not. There is a big misconception about it. It is not Wiccan, and it is not. It is not devil worshipping, and it's also not Satanists. But Satanists are not devil worshippers. But that's another story I'm not going to get into. I've written a lot of random psych papers that my professors have loved that are way off topic, but still make sense.
So we got Vico-san 26 says, "Do you have the bombshell Harley Quinn, and what does she think of it? The figure."
Which figure?
He's asking if you have the bombshell Harley Quinn figure, and what do you think of it?
I think it means the designer series version, the figure.
Yeah, I think
the one in the box, right?
Yeah, the regular.
Yes, I do have that one. I have never opened her, but I love her. I think that her joint design is a little bit weird. It's like weird gaps like around her legs because she's wearing shorts. But other than that, I think she's great, and she goes for a ton of money. Like she skyrocketed. We found her in a toy shop, like a local small shop, for like $25 when she was listed for like $90 online, and I like grabbed her off the shelf. I'm like,
yikes,
this is mine now. Yeah, we go to cons and we go to local shops, and I got she's like $400 or $500, and it's I want to say it's a hot toy. It's either a hot toy or a Sideshow 1/6 scale Harley, and she goes for like $400 or $500. I got her for like $90-$80 in a shop because they just wanted to get rid of her, and I'm like, I will take her. I just got a vintage 1990s Warner Brothers store official Harley Quinn picture frame, like OG, and I'm like, yes, for like $20.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
I tell people, I'm like, I'm a professional Harley Quinn cosplayer, and they're like, oh my gosh, here.
Mike Hex wants to know, what's your favorite non-Harley cosplay?
Oh, good question.
That I have done or in general?
Yes, I'm guessing.
I think he means that you've done.
That I've done. Ooh, that's a hard one. I'm gonna think about this for a minute while I send you the link to this book because I can't find the link to the direct. Here we go, Barnes and Noble.
No, perfect. Please do. Are there any other questions, Josh? While we're thinking,
I'm looking through the ones that have just come in. No, that's it for right now.
Cool.
Okay. Okay, I just sent you the link to the Barnes and Noble. Sassy Satellite, which they closed
in Schenectady. I went to college in Schenectady.
Oh, really?
I did.
We live very close to Schenectady. Jared grew up in Schenectady, and we were born in the same hospital a month and 5 days apart.
Are you? Oh my god, that's so weird.
I'm like, what if we were switched at birth and we're really siblings?
Oh no!
There's no way. We look nothing alike.
I don't think switched at birth really counts as that connection.
Well, no. What if we were both born there, and then somebody took him and I don't know. My mom took me instead of another baby, you know.
Sir Dark wants to know, did you go to Union?
I did go to Union. I
have a question because you design a lot of amazing things. So I'm in the process of trying to make my first patch/pin vest, short sleeve vest, and I want to keep it a horror theme. Now, where would I? Right? That's the way I act every day. Every time somebody talks about horror, that's the way I act. But where would I start? Because I can't sew. I could barely make sunny side eggs in the morning. So I'm
do you want to make the vest from scratch, or do you just want to decorate a vest?
I want to make. Well, I purchased the vest on Amazon.
Okay.
I just want to add I've seen online that people cut up shirts and they buy patches and stuff. Because I got a bunch of patches that I had bought before. So what would be the process? You think it's better just to iron the patches? Iron the patches on, or you think it's just better just to sew it?
If you have a sewing machine, to sew them, iron them, then sew them. Because if you try and hand sew them, you will break through all the layers of your skin. They are impossible, depending on the thickness. They're impossible to stitch on hand sew. Because I've tried. I didn't have a sewing machine until 2 years ago. I used to hand sew my cosplays. There are specific adhesives you can buy for really cheap on Amazon and in the store and stuff that are fabric to fabric. And then you put this adhesive on and you just stick it together and then you leave it for 24 hours. And then it's on there.
And it's on there? It doesn't come off?
It's on there. One is Fabric Fusion or something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. There's which one? Hang on. Let me find the exact one that I used because it dries super quick. I used it when I made my hyena, I think.
Well, we have a resident artist. No Chewing likes to do T-shirts. And on his circuit, is that what it's called?
Cricket, but I don't have the back to it. But
oh no, it's a cricket. It's a cricket. I call it a cry cut.
I called it. It is spelled cry cut. It is spelled cry cut.
It is spelled cry cut. And then Jared's like, "It's called cricket," and I'm like, "No, it's not. It's spelled cry cut."
I watch a lot of ladies tell me it's cricket. But I don't have the back into it. But I'll send you a link on Amazon. But I got some of this tape stuff that you heat one side up and then you stick it to the fabric. Then you put the patch on and you heat the other side.
Yeah, that's what was great. A lot of people use that for hemming when they do hemlines and pants. I don't. I just eye it. I eye everything. I don't pin things. I don't use patterns. I don't do anything the correct way. That's fine though.
But it works.
It always ends up working somehow.
Yeah.
What's that glue fabric adhesive?
So one thing I wanted to get to before we did our rapid questions.
Oh wait, let me answer that guy's question though.
Go ahead.
I found the glue. Should I just send it to your guys' page, or I can send it to you directly? There's your username.
Yeah, send it to us, and then we can maybe put it in the chat. Okay. What's it called?
It's called Arlene. I just exited out. Okay. Arlene or Aleene's, ALEENE''S super fabric adhesive. That is by far the best one. Do not get anything else. As a professional designer, that is the only one I will use. When in doubt, contact cement will probably not work, but I swear by it.
Is it this one?
Yes, that is it.
Okay, awesome.
It's only like $350, I think, on Walmart.com if you have a Walmart near you or they can deliver.
Oh, that's not bad.
Super cheap, best stuff besides contact cement.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. And if you need any help or any other questions, just like shoot me an inbox and I'll answer you. I check all my messages all the time.
88's adding it to his cart.
It's great. You gotta let it dry though.
Yeah.
But again, you can take a hair dryer and like just kind of hold the patch down and just like hair dry it. If you get it on your hands, you could just wash it off. It's not like super glue where like your fingers are gonna get stuck together unless you like hold them there for a really long time. But you may just get it like on your hands and have to like do this a lot or use like nail polish remover or something to get it off. But it's
I'll probably message like, hey, do you think I need to go to the emergency room? I'll like stab myself a couple times.
If you like get it in your eye, I'll be like, pour milk on it, you're fine.
It's all in his beard.
Yeah, right, it's all there. It's just like all over the place.
No, you just put olive oil, and then you slowly comb through it. I wear tape and hair extensions. It's pretty much the same thing.
Awesome.
What was that guy's question?
It wasn't the
what
glue?
I was thinking of. I can't remember. I said I'll think of an answer because I.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry.
It was the what was the other favorite cosplay?
Yes.
Oh yes. I think I'm gonna have to. That's not Harley. That's hard because I've done so many crossovers. Like I did a Jedi crossover, and then I literally made it overnight because it was May the 3rd, and I'm like, at 3 a.m. I'm like, I changed my mind. I'm gonna do a Jedi. So I made it at 3 a.m. and I sewed it till 4 p.m. and did not stop.
Oh my God.
And I had made it from scrap material and scrap fabric with no plan. It came out really awesome though. But I think I'm gonna have to say my Daenerys Targaryen.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Well, the thing is, Game of Thrones, I respect those designers so much because they did everything from a cosplay perspective. They made every single piece of clothing, armor, everything from scratch like a cosplayer would. Like everything. And that top she's wearing, and like the one I cosplayed, the actual top she's wearing is woven. I hand wove the fabric to make that top, and it took me 5 hours of just hand weaving for that top.
Oh my God.
I have like a video or like photos, like a swipe that I posted like 2 days ago or something that like shows like behind the scenes of like me hand weaving and then like what the inside structure of my like shoulder things look like because they like go out and then up a little bit. So I actually put corset boning in them to make them keep that shape. But yeah, I love that one. I've been meaning to make like 3 more of hers and then do a Harley Quinn. I already did a Harley Quinn crossover with Daenerys, but I need to do more, obviously.
Well, I can't wait to see that one. Oh man, that would be awesome.
I've already done one.
Well, no, your new one.
Oh yeah, I really want to do the winter jacket. I need to do more research. I really want to get the book. They used to have it on Sideshow. This is the last thing I'm going to say. I'm so sorry. On Sideshow, behind the scenes of like the actual designers. It was like Game of Thrones designers book. And I think it sold out, but I need to find it because it was like $90. So I didn't buy it, but it was like how they designed everything pretty much. And she's wearing this jacket in season 8. And I think that they burned it. I think that they used a very thin needled soldering tool to get like the shape into the white fur she's wearing, but I'm not 100%. And I wonder if inside that book they have more information on it and I can get like closer pictures of it. Because I could create the same look like that, but I want to use like mimic it as close as possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, one thing before we go, before we ask rapid questions, you mentioned something before at the very beginning that you'd have cosplays picked out for all 4 of us. I need to know what those are.
Yes.
Ooh. Well, I also need to know like what shows and characters you guys like because part of cosplay is cosplaying your favorite characters.
I want you just to eye it from what it would be funny, just from what you think, from what you've known from this hour and a half that you've talked to us.
I would address you guys honestly all as either the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or
I call Leonardo.
or the 5 of us could be Power Rangers.
Okay. I call White Ranger.
I call Pink Ranger, obviously. But yeah, that's as a group cosplay, I think that those two would be really fun to do.
So here's a question to the group. What cosplay do you think you'd be most successful at? I have to think about mine. Obviously, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I would love to do Spider-Man. I just don't have the body to do Spider-Man.
Yes, you do. I don't want to hear that. Anyone has the body to dress as anything they want. I don't have the body to dress as Harley Quinn.
I want to
do it anyways, very successfully.
Fair point. Fair point. If I were to do one, it would be some sort of like it would be some sort of like Spider-Man that has like the Miles Morales like futuristic Endgame one where he has the jacket. I like that.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, nice.
I can see that.
How about you guys?
Marcus Phoenix for me.
Marcus Phoenix. Oh, I could see that.
Okay.
Phoenixes. See, I can't pick cosplays for you guys because I don't know the Marvel universe, you know? And I'm looking at some of you guys and I'm like, you would be this character perfectly, but I have no idea what this character's name is and they're from Marvel.
Well, so Marcus Phoenix is what is that?
Gears of War.
Gears of War video game.
Oh, okay. I don't know Gears of War either. I'm really sorry. I'm a World of Warcraft girl, honestly.
Oh,
I know they're totally different, but
that was a part of my life that I've
me
World of Warcraft, you too, yeah. Toy Attic.
Well, I can't be a Jason Voorhees. I'm not big enough for that role.
Yes, you are.
I would love that.
Yes, you are.
That would be perfect.
Cosplay has no shape.
I mean,
no
it has
size.
to be.
I agree. I think my favorite would be like if I could be anybody, cosplay anybody. I think I would be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'd gain it up.
I could see that.
Yeah, I could totally see that, man.
And no chewing.
The one that I've always wanted to do was Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I always loved that character. And like growing up, he was an artist, he was a superhero, and I always perceived him as Asian, but I think they swapped it out recently.
He did?
Yeah.
I thought he was like half.
I think he's Dominican now.
Really? Whatever they wanted to be.
I forget what it was, but it was either that, I always wanted that one, or the very easy one that I could possibly do like tomorrow is Grant Morrison's X-Men, where they had the big jacket and black pants.
New
X totally easy.
Yeah, the new X-Men. Is that what his was?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. All right. Well, I love that. All right, Harleen, I think what you've really made us realize that with cosplay, when you get into that character, you are confident. You do it yourself, and you become that character. And I feel like that's another level that all of us, at least, we're not in that stage. We need to like get over that hump. But I really respect everything that you do, especially everything that you make from scratch. I think all of it is, by definition, amazing art for what you do. You start everything with just an image in your head, and then you just do it without some of the training, and doesn't matter because what comes out
training
is fantastic.
You should look at my wooden mallet. That's not actually wood.
Oh, really? Yeah. So that was one of the pictures that I put on the thumbnail of the thing of you doing like a cartwheel and the wooden mallet. Yeah, that one's really cool.
That's not wood. That's
EVA mallet's foam. Cool, but that's cool. I mean, yeah. So I have huge respect for you. I'm so glad you came on. One thing. Every guest that comes on, we do a rapid fire question. You have 10 seconds to answer every question that I'm going to give you.
I'll answer in 3.
You've answered some of these already, so some of them might come really easy. All right. This one might be a little bit difficult, but favorite toy line?
Shoot, I'm blanking. I can't think of any toy lines right now. What's it called? What's the DC line called? It's
Bombshells? McFarlane?
No, not McFarlane. Before
DC Direct?
DC Direct. Thank
DC
you.
Direct. Favorite?
Before McFarlane took over.
Yes, DC Direct. Favorite toy line? Sorry, favorite toy.
Favorite toy was what did I say before? Oh, the 1/12 scale. Or the Sideshow Harley.
Sideshow Harley, right. Saltwater or freshwater?
Freshwater. Salt's gross.
Yes. Great. Superpower.
Ooh, well, my superpower is technically being a seamstress and a prop maker. Honestly,
you've already said it.
That's my real superpower. My imaginary superpower, though, I don't want to fly because I'm scared of heights. So I think that it would have to be the ability to stay alive without ever having to sleep.
Okay. What makes you feel old?
My body. I am old.
Oh, well, no.
My joints.
You're much younger than I am.
Oh no, I have the joints of an old woman. I worked retail on concrete floors for 10 years.
Oh my gosh.
I did retail. Filene's Basement.
Did you really? Filene's?
Oh yeah, for like 4 years.
Damn, I haven't heard Filene's in a long time. Wow.
I know, Filene's. Jeez. What makes you feel young?
How I look. People think I'm much younger than I actually am.
Yeah, I really thought you were younger than 30.
No, I'm 30.
And then last question. If you had to give someone a cosplay gift, what would you give them?
I would probably make them a stuffed animal or like a stuffed character of whatever they love the most, or make them like a stuffed bear dressed as that character, something along those lines.
Oh my God, you can do that. That's awesome.
I made a Joker plush randomly one time and like sold it. It was a Joker bat. It was like this big, and it was like this big, and it was half green, half purple, and he had like these big white eyes, and I like hand stitched red around them, and I sold it at a convention to a Joker cosplayer, and they're like, I just really need it. And I'm like, you do you, yes.
That's awesome.
Well, Harleen, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. Again, this is a first for Toy Talk in terms of having a professional cosplayer. You have really at least opened my eyes into what cosplay is. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on, because in this community, what we've learned is that it's not just toy photography. It's not just toy collectors. It's cosplayers as such as yourself. It's people in the community who are influencers that just love toys themselves. It's everyone that brings us all together to talk about toys, but also to really talk about each other's perspectives of how we have fun. And you did that today. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I just want to say one thing before you close out.
We're not going to close out, but I was going to ask you, what do you have to plug?
Oh, all of my socials, my main socials are at Sweetheart Harley. Like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, which I have not kept up with, but will soon. My podcast. If you literally just type in Sweetheart Harley into Google, my link tree should pop up. And you'll find all my things there.
And here's something really quick. If you go to the description, her link tree is in the description, so you can check it out.
My IMDb's on there. Like everything is on there. All my links and everything. But yeah, it's Sweetheart Harley. I have a makeup line called Harleen Makeup that I sell on sweetheartharley.com, and my couture and cosplay recreation website. So if anyone wants anything custom made, it doesn't matter what it is. I can literally make anything. And I'm not even joking, like literally anything. If you wanted me to make you a toy, I could figure it out. A fully posable joint, like ball jointed toy, I'm sure I would be able to figure it out somehow. Just if you go to dressfordopamine.com, it's on there. Also, if you at dress for dopamine on Instagram, TikTok, not Twitter, don't have Twitter yet for that one. And website dressfordopamine.com. I already said that.
Awesome. Anything else?
I just wanted to thank you guys for being so awesome and having me on here. I was so surprised when you asked me, and I'm like, and then Jared was joking. He's like, they're just gonna ask about me the whole time, and I'm like, probably, like mom does. But no, you guys are amazing, and I really want to say thank you, and thank you to anyone who tuned in. And just a note on cosplay. don't be intimidated to cosplay. Don't let the fear of judgment from others stop you from cosplaying. The first time you put on a cosplay, it will I'm not even joking. It will be life-changing because you will feel so confident as that character. And then you will take that confidence over time into your everyday life. If you're like, yes.
I bet I could convince Chris to dress up this year.
Do it. You should cosplay.
It's probably not going to be that hard to push him.
The safest place is always at a con. That's where everyone's dressed up. So you go in. But a lot of people are intimidated of cons because there are so many people dressed up, but you kind of hide amongst the crowd because you're dressed up. And then you get to connect with people who like the same thing. That's the great part about going to cons dressed up, or even not dressed up. But one of the safest places to do it is cons. The way I got super comfortable in cosplay is literally growing up, I wore costumes as clothing. When I was 4, 5, 6 years old, that was just my everyday wardrobe. So I have a different story. I never entered the cosplay community. It emerged and found me. I was in the cosplay community before it was the cosplay community. You know what I mean?
I love Halloween. I love Halloween.
Exactly.
I love dressing up for Halloween. So
exactly. I do that 363 because I don't cosplay on Halloween. I wear the laziest thing possible. If you ask any cosplayers, they'll be like, yeah, I wear a onesie on Halloween. I dress up the rest of the year. I don't want to do it on Halloween. So. But yes, just to know, you don't have to be any shape. Cosplay has no shape, no size, no gender, no anything. You can be whoever you want to be as long as you love that character, and you will be that character. As soon as you put on that outfit, you will feel like that character and you will literally feel unstoppable.
All right, next con, guys, we're dressing up.
Yes!
Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles, whatever you guys want to do. We're doing a group one. Actually,
can
no.
I come? Can I fly out wherever you guys are?
Absolutely. Come on. We're coming.
I can dress you guys all as different Batman villains.
That, or I really want to see Josh Cox create as Marcus Phoenix. Because something about that seems awesome.
I'm gonna say that Josh would make. I'm gonna go look
for I'm gonna go look for a costume here in a minute.
I can make you one from scratch, man. Dresserdopamine.com. Send me a commission.
Ask him. Ask her.
That's
Do
awesome.
it. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. You were awesome in the chat. We really appreciate it. Click that subscribe button.
Subscribe.
Like button. Next week, we have Zach Oat from Diamond Select on our show. We're really excited. Going to have him on and ask him all the questions about Diamond Select. Really excited for that. Thank you so much, Harleen. Boys, thank you so much. Everyone in the chat, check us out next week on another episode of Toy Talk.
I'll be checking it out next week because I'm excited for that.